Wellness for Life is brought to you by Back in Motion Physical Therapy.
Hello, I'm Matthew Kaufenberg, physical therapist and owner of Back in Motion Physical Therapy in Perham and Park Rapids, Minnesota. Today we're going to continue our series of the 5 best, meaning the 5 best exercises that I believe you can do simply at home to try to prevent some common aches and pains. We've talked about the lower extremity. Last episode we talked about the low back. We're going to continue to move up the spine, and today we're going to talk about the thoracic spine. So the thoracic spine is the part of the back that sits right between the shoulder blades. It's a very common area of aches and pains. A lot of people will describe some pain right at the edge of the shoulder blade, and usually that's coming from the thoracic spine. Most of our thoracic spine problems are a direct result of posture, of poor postures. A lot of us end up kind of in this rounded position a lot, and that rounded position can put a lot of pressure on the thoracic spine. It also can put some pressure on the neck. Our next episode will be about the neck. But today we're going to specifically talk about 5 exercises that I think you can do very simply at home to try to prevent the pain that's associated within that thoracic spine. So the first exercise we'll talk about is, again, all of these are going to be right around posture. So the first thing we're going to talk about is to try to avoid this position. When we get into this slumped position, usually what's happening is the front part of our pectoral muscles are getting really tight. So we want to make sure that we do an exercise to stretch the pectoral muscles out. So we can easily do that at home. All you got to do is find a corner. So we're going to walk over here to this corner, and we're going to do a quick exercise to try to stretch the pectoral muscles out. So what you do is you stand in front of the corner. You place your elbows up at shoulder height, and you want both elbows up at shoulder height. You're going to stand about 1 foot to 1.5 feet away from the wall. Your feet are going to be together. And again, elbows are going to be up about shoulder height. And all you have to do is just gently lean into the corner. So my back is staying straight, and I'm just leaning into the corner. And you should feel the pull right here. Typically, I'll ask people to hold that position for at least 15 seconds. You can hold it up to 30 seconds, and I would do that stretch 3 to 5 times. Very nice stretch to just try to bring everything back. Now, after you stretch this region, it's also very important then that you strengthen back here. You need the muscles that control the shoulder blades strong to be able to hold the shoulder blades back. So, the best and easiest exercise that I have found is just to use TheraBand. And you can easily get a piece of TheraBand. Most physical therapists, if you stop by, will cut you a 3-foot strap of TheraBand. So just find some TheraBand, place it in front of you. You want your elbows to be bent at a 90-degree angle. From this position, you're going to stand up and tall. You're going to pinch your shoulder blades together. Now, that's the key, is when you pull your shoulder blades back together, you want to hold them together. And once you hold those shoulder blades together, you then round your shoulders out. And you repeat this about 15 to 25 times until the arms and the shoulder blade region feel tired. After you do that, what you'll feel is a little bit of a burning sensation through here, but you'll also feel the muscles in this region start to burn a little bit, and that tells you that you've exercised the correct area. That can be done daily. Again, all you have to do is about 15 to 25 of those. Okay. Third exercise I would recommend is I'm going to show you 2 exercises now that keep the thoracic spine mobile. When we're stuck in this forward position, the thoracic spine loses the ability to extend, and it needs to extend. When it extends, it gets some blood flow to the area and it gets nutrition to the area. So there's 2 ways you can get that thoracic spine to extend. One is done seated, and I just have a pillowcase. And you just sit. And you want to sit in a chair where the back comes up to about mid-thoracic spine, or right between the shoulder blades. Place the pillowcase around your head. That's just there to support your head. You're not giving it any resistance, you're just supporting it. And then you just lean over the top of it. And that is a wonderful exercise to keep the thoracic spine mobile. And you just repeat that about 10 to 15 times. You don't go back and hold it, you just come back and get out of it right away. And you just lean over the top of the chair. Now, what's important with that one is please don't let your head go back. If you noticed, I kept my chin in. I'll bring this hand out of the way so you can see it, but you just keep the chin in when you do that. Should be very comfortable, should not have any pain associated with that whatsoever. The second exercise that you can do to keep the thoracic spine mobile is to use a foam roll. A foam roll is a really handy device to have at home to really keep a lot of structures mobile. You can really do yourself a lot of good by having a foam roll. So with the foam roll, you just place this right in the midpoint of your thoracic spine, and you literally just lay over the top of it. And you just hang out there for 15 to 30 seconds. And then you can repeat that about 30 times. Very simple, there's no movement involved, you just lay over the top of it. And they have different sizes of foam rolls. This is quite a thick one, but you can get diameters that are much less than this. The final exercise is a pure postural exercise. If you only choose to do one of these 5, this is the one that I would recommend, and I would just do it 1 time a day for 1 minute. You just come up against the wall, you put your back against the wall, you tighten up your stomach, you tuck your chin in, and you want to try to get the back side of your head to touch the wall. So stomach is tight, tuck your chin in, then you pinch your shoulder blades together, and you raise your arms up and down. So my stomach is tight, my chin is tucked in, my shoulder blades are pinched together, and I raise my arms just a little bit, not much. If it's difficult for you to do that, you just bring your legs out a little bit further. Again, tighten the stomach, pinch the shoulder blades, arms up, chin in, come up and down. And you try to do this for 1 minute. You'll actually be surprised after you're done with that. If you do it for a minute, it's very difficult to fall back into poor posture. It just forces you into good posture. So today was all about the thoracic spine and preventing some common aches and pains. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to call me at 346-2464. Thank you very much.